gonna be hosting a transvestite pretty soon. I think her name is Giselle. We're gonna have a transvestite on the show pretty soon.
Bro,
I think her name is
Is it
Giselle.
transvestite?
It is.
Transvestite.
I was like, what?
Is it? I said transvestite. Is that what the fuck I
That's what
said?
you fucking said.
Good.
Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet. Welcome back to another episode of this, your favorite podcast, with your host, me, Willie, and
Alexi.
we have a special fucking guest in the house, the White Chewbacca, aka Alexander.
Hey.
Hello and welcome.
Hello.
What's up, motherfucker?
Shit,
What's
shit.
good?
You know?
Yay! You know, I haven't seen Alexander. I was thinking about that the other day. I haven't seen you in person, bro, since 2009 or 10. I think 2009 was the last time I saw you in person.
You were living in the apartment.
I was living on Wesson. That was back in 2009.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. God damn, how you doing, man?
You know, getting my ass kicked by life. That's about it.
Well, we all are. We all are.
Work home.
Yeah,
home.
that's what.
That's it.
That happens. We're all getting our ass handed to us.
Yep.
Right, Alex?
Yeah. Every single day, man. Every day.
I know I am. I am big time getting my ass handed to me. Today, I had 2 meals, which is not ideal.
And one of them was
I had some
breakfast.
ramen. I ate some almonds. I had like the rest of what was left inside the little plastic container, which was dust. I had that for breakfast because I had shit else to eat here. And that was at like 7 in the morning.
That was one of the
I've been
meetings.
up since 5. All I've had is coffee and coffee and coffee. And then I'm back at my own. So for those of you who don't know, I am currently moving. I'm in the process of moving. And I'm 30 minutes away from one place to the other. Now, fortunately, I'm closer to work, which is good. Yeah, it's been a long fucking day. I've been very busy. It's been busy, fucking busy. But goddamn, do I have a story for you, son of a bitches. What's up, Alex? Talk to us.
Not much, man. Just fucking, just looking at your lips. You just like the whole time that you were talking. But everything's good. Everything's good. What's up, man?
Well, you know, I want to lick something. You know, it's been a while. You know, and kind of miss it. But anyways, real quick, man, I can't go any fucking further without. We'll get back to Alexander. I know he's a big deal. He's very important. He's a guest. But God damn it, it's about fucking time. Apple got their ass handed to them. Bam!
Oh
fucking
my God.
Apple. They got that sausage put in that fucking booty hole, and bam! They got fucked in court. That lady was like that. The judge, she was like, "There will be no second bite to this apple." Woo! They got fucked. It's about goddamn time.
Wow, what happened?
What happened?
'Cause
There you go. Now you gotta
You guys
tell us.
aren't aware?
No.
Are you serious?
I
Okay,
don't,
so
I don't pay attention to Apple at all.
I mean, you're an Android owner, so you wouldn't.
Yeah. I don't-
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
Alexander.
Yes.
Alexander.
Yes.
You big son of a bitch. Beautiful son of a bitch, you. What cell phone do you have in your pocket right at this very moment?
Well, I think, is it the S24? Say? 2? I forgot.
Turn it around.
It is
Turn it around.
my favorite one. That's my little baby right there.
Turn it around, man.
It's the
Let
case.
me see the camera, Ray.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Ah.
Android in the house.
Yeah.
Woo! Android in the house. That's what I'm talking. Where's my phone at? Fucking Pixel, baby. Pixel goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something. In 2019, Epic Games got into it with Apple because Epic Games is the owner of Fortnite. You know, Fortnite's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
It still is. It has been since it came out. And they went to war because Epic Games wants to sell you things like skins and shit like that. But on Apple, like on iPhones, Apple decided to like put a 30% commission or something fee. Some fee. It was a 30% fee. So let's say Alexander wants to buy a Spider-Man skin. It costs $10. Well, you're paying those $10 plus tax. I don't know if there's tax involved, but that means that $10 doesn't go straight to Epic Games. They Apple gets a 30% cut, so they get $3 and Epic Games gets $7. And that's bullshit in my eyes. To me, that's like, bro, take $1. You gotta take $3, you son of a bitch. So what happened was they went at it and Apple ended up winning and Epic Games pulled out. They pulled out of the Apple. So Fortnite hasn't been on Apple since 2019. And they recently had their day in court where that judge, I think she's Hispanic, she pulled that fucking Mexican big sausage and she planted it right between those booty cheeks on Tim Daddy Cookie. And let me tell you, man, she went balls out. It turns out these motherfuckers, one of the people that works at Apple lied under oath in court, bro. When she found this shit out, she went off on Apple because Apple use the scary tactics. They want the fear mongering. So it's like you leave the website to purchase something, and Apple's like, oh, you can get a virus if you leave the store. Make sure you keep it inside because something can go really wrong. And it's like, no, it's not gonna. No. So it turns out that Tim Daddy Cookie has been listening to his advisors on like fear mongering bullshit, and he likes it. So it turned out that the judge didn't like it. She's like, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. And you guys, so in between this time frame, Apple decided to drop it to 27% because they were giving a discount. And she's like, no, fuck you. No more discount, no more nothing. 100% goes to them. If people get on Fortnite on Apple devices and they want to buy a fucking skin, that work that was put in to develop and write and all that bullshit goes to the people that put the work in, and it's not you, Apple. So, bro, you know how happy the developer community is right now about this fucking big deal? They're jacking off in public. That's how happy these motherfuckers are, because it is a huge, listen, you might not understand this. It's a fucking huge fucking deal, okay? Big deal. So I'm very excited for this because you know what that means? That means that Apple users, wink, wink, Alex, gets to now experience a little bit of what we experience on Android, which is emulation and side loading. Wink, wink. If you get what I'm saying.
The thing is, I don't use my Apple for none of that shit. So it's like,
because you're fucking. Well, then stay your ass at Apple.
I mean, that's fine.
We don't want you. We don't want you on our side.
I'm sorry.
Our side is for the brave, the bold, and the horny.
There you go. Okay. I mean, right now, I'm using my phone as my camera. If not,
you are? No shit. You are?
I'm using my phone as a camera right now. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. I'm not saying iPhones are bad phones.
Okay.
They're great phones. They have beautiful cameras. They're awesome.
It's just
good
the company.
build quality.
Just the company. Right?
It's Apple. Okay, so you take your girl, right? You're kissing your girl, right?
Oh shit! There we go.
And you lick it on the tits, and then you go down south, and you give her the stiff tongue, baby. Bam, right? If you do that shit right, this woman ain't gonna let you go. That's the trick to having. So for those of you men, I should take this advice because obvious reasons. But if for those men that want to secure a female and or a guy. I mean, this is a non-binary show.
Right.
You gotta have that tongue game straight and good and right and on the right path. And let me tell you, when you do that shit, it can get out. I've had it happen where it went from one thing to the next, where the woman didn't really want, she wasn't interested, to like wanting to manipulate and control me because she liked that shit so much. So it's like, you gotta be careful. Find the balance, guys. Try it out. Increment the level of quality as you go. In between the lickings, and make sure that you're doing it not too much. Dial it back on the quality, because you might get you a fucking crazy bitch that wants to control you and manipulate you the same way fucking Apple does to their Apple users. So that being said, I am going to close this fucking segment with giving you this, Apple. I am glad that you got your ass handed to you, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm fucking happy. Anyways, what do you guys want to talk about? Welcome, Alexander. Welcome to an intense fucking podcast, brother. This is what we do here.
Passionate.
He's passionate. I'm telling you, it's been a couple episodes already.
Oh yeah. Don't even get me started on politics. We don't want to go there, boy.
Woo, buddy.
Woo, buddy.
Oh,
listen,
man.
I've been so fucking busy. I apologize to Rene from the tent place. I apologize to Steph, my cousin, for the miches that she sells. I apologize to Carlos at the tire shop. I apologize to Omar with his business. I didn't get a chance to write these commercials. I am in the middle of moving. I've got way too much shit going on. I only have one goddamn brain, and half of it fucking works. My memory span is as good as a fucking fish, and probably the dumbest fish. I don't know what that might be. Anybody want to Google that? Nah, not really. It doesn't matter. Fucking, I've just been way too busy. I just ate. I haven't eaten anything, well, besides the fucking almond dust that I wanted to start to see if it did anything.
Fucking almond dust.
I was actually thinking about it. I was lining it up and shit. I pulled my credit card out and lining it up. Like, I had the little hat on. And I was like, I'm feeling Miami up in this bitch. Feel like Miami in Hades. But no, I decided not to put any almond dust through my nostril. So I left it at that, and it's just been, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. You might not be able to tell that, but I really am. I'm tired. I've had way too much coffee. Huh?
I said that almond dust really fucking woke your ass up.
Yeah, well, it is what the fuck it is. What's up, Alexander? God damn, you sexy son of a bitch. You're looking good, man. I haven't seen you.
Oh,
yeah, man.
I'm telling you, we're getting compliments here.
You know what? It takes a lot of energy to keep this figure. I'm telling you. Listen,
let me tell you something. If I were there in person, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I would suck on one of those titties, man. And no lie, I give you that little tongue, little flicker, the tongue flicker on the nipple.
He'll give you that he'll give you that apple.
Give you that apple.
The apple care, baby.
Apple care, baby.
Apple care.
There we go. We're gonna make shirts now that have apple care on them. With me with my tongue out. Apple care. Fucking, we got so the apologies I was making are very important, because we're not I call them sponsorships. We're not sponsored by them, but I do want to give them shout outs because they deserve it. They're hardworking people and they deserve the shout out. But one of those with Omar, he has a business. And he mentioned that for every customer which I fucked up on that, God damn it. For the next one, I promise. For the customers that do, clients that become customers, we get some money off of that. So that money is going to in turn go back into the pod, and if we make enough, we might make something in person. Which, by the way, we are doing this shit again, Alexander. So get your panties ready and get that dildo out, baby. Get that lube, because I'm going to be in town very soon, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna have a different. We're gonna have a Joe Rogan setup.
All right.
Yeah, you should see the stuff I got going on right now.
It's gonna be a little different because it's not gonna be 3 screens like you're seeing right now on YouTube. It's gonna be a little different. But that being said, July, I'm thinking of going up there.
Okay.
First week of July. That's my plan.
Okay. Make that work, yeah.
I'm not gonna jack off anymore till then. Huh?
I said we can make that work.
Oh yeah. Well, let me tell you what. I'm gonna hold off on the jacking off until then. I have a whole month and a half or so of no jacking off.
He's gonna be so cranky in the next couple episodes.
That's not gonna work.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna show up like a chihuahua trying to just poke my thing into things.
Lord.
Very, you know how the chihuahuas are all jittery and shit and are all nervous and fucking shaky. You know. But anyways, Alexander, man,
Yes.
What brings you by? Talk to us. Who are you, man?
It's like,
Who the fuck are you?
It's like, what brings you by? You motherfuckers call me.
You called me.
You called me.
Fuck that. What brings you by? Who are you? Tell the audience why you're so goddamn special, because you are a special creature.
He's special to both of us. So
Dude,
He's very special.
I met Willow through Alex. I
Okay.
met Alex at what, 5th grade?
yeah.
So I don't know how many years that is, but that's like my whole life pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and so we met Willow, or I met Willow, and then we just been hanging out ever since. And then there was a point where I wasn't his manager, but this motherfucker, I was with this motherfucker when he was rapping.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
Oh, you know what?
DJ
Pellejo's in the house.
Yeah.
Stretch-Marx. Who was it? Well, that was you, right?
Yeah.
I mentioned you. So I was listening to the outro. I was listening to the outro of the album of the mixtape, and I mentioned you at the end.
Did you?
And DJ Stretch-Marx or some shit. I said some dumb shit.
Bro.
I mentioned people I didn't even know. I made shit up. Like 10% of that was made up. But I had to make it. You have to fucking fake it till you make it, baby.
I'm telling you, bro.
Dude, I feel like Puerto Ricans when they rap, they have like a whole 3 minutes after the song's done, and they just start start talking shit. Pretty much, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new trend, man. I don't like that shit. But anyways, this is a very special thing right now.
That's been around forever, though.
Yeah,
true. You did it.
No, I did it. The last time all 3 of us were together like this, we were at Sir Metro trying to get our goddamn GD. And the only son of a bitch that got it was this son of a bitch right down here. That guy right there. That guy.
I'm telling you.
He was the one that managed to win. You won it, man. How does it feel to have a GD? Which, by the way...
Oh shit!
I'm working on 606 pages, okay? And out of those 606 pages, I'm at page 07. So I've had this since July 2024, and I'm at page 6.
You're about to need to go buy a new one pretty soon. 2026.
I think so, bro. I think I have not that long left. But I'm working on it. So that's my next thing. It's going to get my fucking GED. I need my goddamn GED just for my personal, self-esteem.
I feel like it's harder now because I look at like the kids now and they have all of this math.
Yeah, some weird
and
math.
I'm like, dude, that's like some weird shit that you guys are learning now. Like it's the same, but it's a different process.
Okay. So that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All I do know is I've taken the fake test online, and I pass out of the 4 subjects that they give you. I can pass science in a heartbeat, language and understanding or something in pretty quickly, and social studies is fucking cake. The one that I struggle with is fucking math because AX divided by 3B equals my fucking dick. That's what that means.
Yeah.
And that's the issue that I'm having. So,
Dude.
but yeah, man, we go back.
Look. After I got the GED, I decided to go to college, to Henry Ford Community College when it was a community college.
Okay.
And so I went for automotive technology, but I went just to learn on cars because when I met Alexis again, like we kind of stopped talking for a little while, and then afterward he started working on cars, and then I remember this one day he was working on I think the Mazda Protege, and then like you had the valve cover off or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is so like intricate. I like looking at all this. How did you learn this? He's like, no, I just learn it myself.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I want to go to school to learn that. Like, it looks cool. And so I went and I took all of the core classes for automotive. And then I'm like, I'm so close to getting my associate's degree. Let me just go ahead and, keep going. So I took I fucked up because I took Math 110 as my first,
Shit.
fucking, class back. And I had to relearn everything. Which fucking sucks. I think I passed with a D, but it was
So did you get your degree?
Yeah, I got associate's degree in applied technology in automotive or something like that. I forget. I graduated in 2013, so I forgot all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got my associate's degree.
Fuck yeah.
Damn, I've never had my dick sucked by someone who has an associate degree.
July.
I don't know what that feels like to have a smart.
The first week of July.
The first week of July. I don't know what it feels like to have a smart mouth on my penis.
Jesus.
But goddamn, man, props to you. I remember I was working at the pawn shop. This was a few years later after we kind of didn't talk anymore. And for the record, we haven't talked in fucking decades, but not because we were mad at each other or anything like that. It's just life took us in different paths.
Yeah.
But I've always loved Alexander. He to me, he's a very special man. So is this big fucking juicy double cup titty, fucking chocolate cream caramel, bearded, beautiful motherfucker right there that you see on the screen right here. But anyways,
it's back there. It's okay.
I don't know.
And your screen is that way.
Did you ever see that Usher video where nobody told him he was going to be in the middle?
Well,
just looking everywhere.
God damn, I didn't think about that because to me, I'm looking at you, Alex, are here. Alexander's here, and I'm like here. I don't know
my screen, I'm over here, left top. You're the right top, and Alexander's bottom.
Oh boy!
And I know probably for you, right?
I'm here. Willow's up here.
The right. Okay.
And then Alex.
See, me and Alexander have the same screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alexander's he's somewhere here.
Yeah.
Alex is
Yeah.
something like that. Oh shit. So you got your degree, and I remember I was working at the pawn shop, and I remember you working at a valet at the casino. You were a fucking our parking
valet.
I don't know what you call it. A valet. You gotta make that shit sound better, bro.
I was gonna say a parking meter. I was like, well, I don't know why parking meter went through my fucking head. Well, okay.
But
valet technician.
There you go. Right.
I ended up hearing something. Actually, I was walking to the bank one morning. It was a Saturday morning, I think, if I remember correctly. This was sometime during the summer, and I was walking back from the bank. The pawn shop was on 4th Street, Bim's Jewelry and Loan. I worked there for fucking almost 9 years. Fuck you, Bims. You ruined my life, goddammit.
Anyways, KFC, right? Huh? It was close to that KFC.
No, it's on 4th Street.
Well, there was a KFC on 4th Street, right?
No.
Yeah, there was. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
When was there a
KFC on 4th
KFC
Street.
on 4th Street? Right next to Bim's?
This
No,
was-
and then I think they turned it into like a Coney Island or something.
Well, listen, it was
The fuck?
a KFC
Yeah.
That
Taco
was a long time
Bell.
ago then.
It was a very long time ago. It was a KFC Taco Bell, and the manager there was this gay guy that went to school with my sister. I think his name was Brandon, if I recall, some skinny, taller guy. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, God damn it, let me get to the motherfucking point. Is I see this blue Mustang driving by, and he's going towards downtown, and I look, and it's this big, beautiful piece of meat right there in front of us, gracing our goddamn screens.
Ooh,
And I was like, oh shit, Alexander, oh, that's cool. And then a little later on in time, I heard something. I don't know who told me. I don't remember. I remember I was going through some financial bullshit and like some life crisis shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was deep into drugs. I was fucked up. But I heard something about you getting into a wreck in that Mustang, which obviously fucking Mustang. That's what Mustangs fucking do. I'm glad. I don't know if there were people involved, but I'm glad that you're okay. Usually the Mustang crashes that happen when people are around for some strange reason.
You
Mm-hmm.
gotta record it, that's why.
I don't know what happened, but I do want you to tell us what happened, because I don't know.
So I was coming back from the gym, and I remember this because I had a protein shake full.
This fucking guy was going to the gym just to look at girls.
I had a protein
That's
shake
all he was doing.
full.
Yeah.
Chocolate minus the peanut butter. No, minus the banana.
man.
Chocolate, peanut butter. I need to lay out the landscape for you, right?
Okay.
This shit was amazing.
We gotta.
All right.
Okay.
Bitch ruined it. Fucking ruined it, I swear. So I'm going down 75 north over the bridge, like over 4th Street and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in the left lane, I'm going like 70, and then I'm passing this truck, the semi truck. And there was a couple cars around. This lady decided to cut the semi truck off, and she hit the front of the truck, and as I was coming by, and she hit my rear and spun me into the wall at like 70.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So like it wasn't a crazy accident, but it was enough to
Yeah.
where they totaled the car.
Yeah.
And
Well, I had an accident once at 70, so I know the
Wow.
feeling.
the worst part, I was covered in my shake. That was some bullshit. I swear that shit pissed me off
What?
so
He was
much.
You were
Covered-
covering your
covered-
shake?
I was,
No, he was
covered
covered in shake.
in my shake.
The
The
protein
shake-
shake was just all over
Oh,
him.
oh, you were covered. Oh, kind of how you're gonna be in July. Yeah, that's a precursor to what's gonna happen to
Dude,
you.
Picture this. I was going backwards with it in my right hand. I'm like, oh my god. Hit the back and it just all on my face,
Oh,
bro.
man.
It's like,
I was
hold
here
my
tonight.
beer. Hold my beer.
So everybody gets out of their cars to expect the damage, and this beautiful motherfucker comes out dressed in
I'm
fucking
like,
shake. God damn. He probably took his glasses off and had all that cleaned just for the eyeglasses were. Everything else
The thing is, he didn't have
full of
glasses
shake.
then. Alexander just got glasses.
I
Not
just got glasses like not
Really?
even
A couple
year
years
ago.
ago.
No, not even.
No, not even. Yeah, no, he's never had glasses.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
What? You look natural. You
Yeah,
look
I know.
natural, man.
I'm good. Except like when I
You look.
don't know if you can see my eyes. It's like, kinda like curved
Oh,
over,
yeah.
you know?
I,
It's kind of messed up. But yeah.
that's good. That's good. I like that.
Corrective.
Good shit.
I was doing that shit. I wasn't doing that, but I went to an eye appointment today.
Well, you know,
and I was
wear-
reading. It was fucking saying like you're cross-eyed and shit like that. I'm like,
It's like, oh shit.
should I check it? Like lazy eye and all that. I was like, I don't know.
God damn. You know, I wear eyeglasses because if I don't, you know, a warm hole is a warm hole. So, you know, I don't want to discover that I have my penis, you know, in the same gender as mine. You know, I don't want that. I want to discover that I had it in the right place. So I wear glasses for that reason. If not, I wouldn't wear them. You know, a warm hole is a warm hole. A warm hole feels good. You know, It is what it is. That's the
Oh, yeah.
fucking truth. So just so you know, Alexander, this podcast is very non-binary friendly. So if you identify as a fucking tomato, you're more than welcome to be on this fucking show.
Oh yeah.
He loves tomatoes too. He loves tomatoes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, tomatoes with a little salt on them.
Motherfucker, he's like a fucking apple.
Oh my god.
I'm so traumatized about this shit. So traumatized.
We're gonna be hosting a transvestite pretty soon. I think her name is Giselle. We're gonna have a transvestite on the show pretty soon.
Bro,
I think her name is Giselle.
Transvestite?
It is.
Transvestite.
I was like, what?
Is it? I said transvestite? Is that what the fuck I said?
Fucking said. Like, whatever you are, you're included.
Because in Spanish is travesti.
He's so dumb, I swear.
That's why. God damn, so I got that wrong. It's okay. I apologize to the what the fuck? The transvestite community. I apologize for fucking butchering that up.
Yeah.
But what else do you have? Well, let's finish the story with Alexander. So what ended up happening after you left the that parking cars gig? I'm pretty sure you saw a lot of cool ass fucking cars.
Well, shoot, the first car I valeted was a Bentley. I was shitting bricks, bro.
I bet you were.
Because like on the hotel side, it's not just a straight, like our parking lot's on the bottom, on the basement. It's not just straight down and then that's it. It's a enclosed fucking tunnel going like that.
Spiral.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know, them Bentleys are wide.
They're big cars, man.
So I was, the first time I drove one, 5 miles an hour. just trying not to scratch this shit, trying not to lose a job. But,
oh my God, can you imagine?
Yeah. So I should have listened. I don't know if anybody's, for anybody that's listening, if somebody tells you don't get stuck at a job, pay attention to them. Because that was when I was still in college. I was going to school for the automotive stuff. And my trainer, Dion, was like, look, you're going to fall in love with making tips every day. You know, money in hand every day. Make sure you finish your school. Get out of here. Go get your career. And I didn't pay attention to him at all. I stayed there until I got fired. And then I forgot everything. Yeah, I got fired.
Well,
because of another accident.
It wasn't because of the accident.
Because of another accident.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, like they couldn't accommodate me or whatever. Which I understand. Like if your job is running on concrete, it's like you gotta kind of run, you know?
Right.
But yeah, so I ended up forgetting everything that I learned on cars, and then I just had to start all over, apprentice and all that stuff. It was a wild ride, but yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, but the cool thing about the valet is not just the cars; it's just like you met celebrities too, right?
Yeah,
like Kevin Hart. I think you told me Kevin Hart.
Yeah, we met a couple of people. Like everybody, like I seen T.I. Don King was like the weirdest one I've seen. I was like, oh shit! He came out with a drink in his hand. He was so calm. Like they're like, hey, you can't drink out here. He's like, oh yeah, good. Yeah, all right, good. Yeah. He was like the most calm one I've seen. Pretty cool.
Damn, no shit.
But mostly cool. I was there for the money.
Yeah.
I was celebrities can say what they want. I don't care.
Someone told me you were making good money. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was you, Alex. I don't remember. Someone told me. And I was like, good for him. Good shit. Yeah. But I feel you because at the pawn shop, after 4 years, I wanted to leave. Mm-hmm. And then the year came and went, and then I want to leave. And the year came and went, and I want to leave. And I couldn't leave.
Yeah.
And I experienced that shit there. And then I ended up experiencing that shit like in whole, like big time with Detroit. I couldn't leave Detroit. I'm trying to leave fucking Detroit and I can't. It's like I'm stuck here. I feel like I'm gonna die here. Mm-hmm. Fuck that, man. God damn. So I know the feeling. It's that sticky shit, like the sticky shit you're gonna have on you when I see you in July.
Dude, it's so hard to leave Detroit because like I moved, so I thought I made it like better. I moved out to Southgate. I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. Taylor, and then I came right back to Melvindale, which is like right next door.
Right next door, yeah.
Like, it took me like 10 minutes to get here, not even.
Right.
So like,
shit.
I live so close to Detroit still that I get charged Detroit insurance rates.
Oh, do you?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
right.
In Melvindale, like I'm still getting charged for like the house and the car is still like Detroit insurance rates. It
Oh
sucks.
shit.
No
Do you
shit,
get
what?
you get taxed and all that like Detroit or no?
No, I don't. So I don't get city tax because it's not.
Okay.
I don't live in the city limits.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, like still everything is based on quotes from Detroit.
Damn.
Bullshit.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and like Junie lives a mile further, and he gets everything.
Like
discounted.
you're Melvindale, he's Allen Park. Like
No,
right
he's still Melvindale.
Oh, he's still Melvindale?
Yeah, he's still like he's literally a mile down.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and he gets good rates.
Wow.
So
Well, they use
close.
his address and get some good rates.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I tell you what, once I
Don't do
moved
this.
here to Texas,
Like, we're gonna cut that. Fraud.
once I moved down here to Texas, man, and I got that insurance rate, I was like, whose dick do I need to suck right now? Because this is the best fucking rate I've ever seen. Bro, I pay
How much?
$168 for 2 cars. One's
What?
full coverage, the other one is liability.
168.
$168
We pay 130 for 2 cars.
for 1 car.
What the
Or for
fuck
2?
is going
For 2,
on?
yeah.
What the fuck, Alex?
It's not. It's not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, but it's not sponsored. But Cure, have you heard of Cure?
No.
Go to cure.com.
Fuck Cure. I'm trying to get you son of a bitches to come down here to Texas, man. What the fuck?
My bad.
Hold on. I need to, after it. I need to know
Yeah.
because I'm paying like I have on the Jeep. I bought a 2005 Jeep Liberty right now for $500.
You pussy. Liberties are for pussies.
For $500.
He wants to be free, okay?
I'm
Jesus.
sitting there, bro. I'm sitting there overheating in the traffic. It's fine. but
Give it gas.
but I have insurance on it, but it's like whatever's above storage.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
just so I can drive.
So you
bro.
can drive?
Just so I can be legal.
Damn.
And I think I'm paying like $130 a month
Holy shit.
or something like that. Yeah, for 1 car.
Damn.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, I can look it up for you
Wow.
a little bit.
Well, the
Yeah,
rates,
how
the
much
rates
is it?
have come down. I remember when I was up there, I was paying like fuck just for the 4Runner. I was paying $340 a month, full coverage.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
for the
see that.
Prius, I was paying like $250 liability. I was paying more than $500
Bro.
amongst the 2 cars.
When I had the
But
Mustang,
this was in, yeah.
when I had the Mustang, I had 300 monthly for like the payment of the car, and then it was like $320 for insurance for full coverage.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
nothing,
it's
dude.
just
That was
too bad.
That was another. And when I bought the SI, like brand new, well, not brand new it was from a dealer. My payment was $500. My monthly payment was $500, and then for full coverage it was $900.
Bro.
$900. I was like,
Fuck.
I'm like, what? Like, how the fuck am I gonna live off my car? And
What
fucking,
the
I was like, I
fuck?
think
It's
I
like,
paid. I paid that first month, and then I went down to like no fault.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
fuck that
fuck
shit.
that.
I went down to no fault. I was like, I
That's a
can't
lot
do
of
this.
money.
I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking swallow the pill if I ever crash this bitch and fucking keep paying it off because I was like, nope, I can't fucking afford a $900.
Yeah,
What
Just
ended
in
up happening
insurance.
with that SI?
that's wild.
We traded it in. That's when we knew that Lola was gonna be born, so we needed like a 4-door, so we traded it in for another car.
The Caliber?
Yeah, the Caliber.
That fucking thing. I remember seeing that thing. You drove by my house in that orange fucking Caliber. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, stick shift. Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
you had that one.
The orange thing. That Caliber was the shit. I should have never got rid of it. It was
Yeah,
so
they're good
gas efficient. It
cars.
was like 1.8. It was so gas efficient.
That was the successor to the Neon, which, by the way,
Yeah.
not even close. Fucking Neon was a car. I
Yeah.
love the Neon,
I
man.
love my
The
Neon.
first gen Neons, I still want one, man. God damn. Fucking
Bro.
Neons, man.
The
Man,
best,
they're good.
The
Good.
best memory I have of the Neon was when I had the Ford Contour, right?
Oh boy.
We were, I think we were on Kirkwood, I think.
Okay.
And so like me and you raced, not really raced, but we tried to see who could get to Jenny and Junior's house.
It was Longworth. That's what Junior stayed at, and Jenny.
Yeah.
Longworth. Right
So we went from there. I think I took Lanyo and you took like Central or some shit. Or backwards.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see who can get to this house first. So it turns out there was one parking spot in front of the house. And then we went like this, bro, and we weren't backing up.
But the thing is,
we touched bumpers and fucking gunned it in person, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, Alexander's gonna try to battle me on he's trying to park on the left side when the fucking truck is going that way.
I'm like, that's mine, fucker.
It's mine.
Back up.
Right, no, and the neon guy, I think the neon pushed you a little bit. I think it pushed you back.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this fucking four-cylinder is pushing a fucking six-cylinder like ain't shit.
Out of all the races I've had in the past,
He talks about it.
one of the most memorable races I had was with this beautiful gentleman that you see at the bottom of our screen.
Yeah.
In his silver, what was it? That was a 2000, right? Or 99?
99.
1999 Ford Contour SVT V6
No.
2.0.
That
Was it
wasn't even
2.5 or 3?
SBT, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was a V6. It was just a V6 Contour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stick shift.
But stick shift had 170 or 175 horsepower, I think, something like that. And because the SVT had like 200 or 195, something like that.
Yeah.
I was in my red SER B13 90. My Sentra's a 92. Had a 92 Sentra two-door SER in Aztec red with the SR20 5-speed, baby. And we're going down Livernois from like coming from Michigan Avenue towards I-94. And we're just like this, bro. And I'm like, how is this shit happening? How is this even possible? Like, I thought you were gonna smoke me, bro. You had a V6. And we're there. And listen, it was we did that a couple times. I don't remember where else, but we did that a couple times. Another time that we were racing that I don't know if I got ahead of you or what it was, or if you braked or what, but it was on Jefferson. And I took that corner on Jefferson and I slid the Sentra like a drift.
Yeah, I slowed down.
Yeah, I think you slowed down, but I took it so fast, bro. I was going like 70 and my rear wheels broke and I'm like going sideways and I'm like, yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. I fucking floored it. I just kept going. I think that's what saved me was that when I lost traction, I floored it. Mm-hmm. I think that kept me from not losing control. If I would have chicken shit myself,
press the brakes or something,
and I let off, I would have spun out and I would have ended up on that fucking pole right there by the welfare place, because that's where that welfare place used to be.
Jesus.
And yeah, man, good thing I had some nuts back then, dude, because god damn, I would have been in trouble.
Dude,
I was going way too fast.
It was funny because everybody thought I had upgraded it or something, right? Mm-hmm. Because Alexis here put a big ass tack, right? A big blue motherfucking tack.
Fuck yeah!
And so what was good was that the car redlined at like 6,000 or something, or like 55 or something. But the tack went to 12 grand, bro, and it shifted perfectly. So I had people stopping like, hold on, bro, what do you got? That shit redlined to 12 grand. I was like, stop. I wasn't lying.
Listen, I've been looking on eBay for a 5-inch phase tack. They were called phase. F-A-Z-E.
Yeah.
White phase, and at night it turns like a bluish, like a mint green color.
Yeah.
Bro, I cannot find one for the life of me. I want one for nostalgic reasons because that's what we fucking rocked. They were everywhere back then. Who didn't have a fucking face tack?
Right.
Dude, that would make a good clock.
I'm telling you.
That would make a good clock.
Like when it turned like 12 or something, like just have the light kind of blink.
Right.
That would be pretty cool.
And then I don't remember, but I think they came with a yellow shifter light.
Yeah.
And that you could adjust around like this. You can have it here or you can have it here.
Yeah.
And it tightened on the back, and you would have to get signal. I remember you would have to tap into your distributor wires.
Yeah.
To get a signal for your tack, and then you could set. I think you push the button and you set it to what art. I remember setting my shit up to 7,500 RPM because that's what my shit would rev out at. And yeah, man, that was delicious,
no,
man.
The thing was, I think the phase tag that you got was used on a 4-cylinder. So back in the day, they had like these little wires in the back. So like if you had a 4-cylinder, you will cut these wires off. And I think when the wires were already cut, so it was already set for a 4-cylinder. So when Alexander got it on the V6, so that shit was revving to like 12 grand.
Oh, that's true.
It's because it wasn't calibrated. That. Yeah, it wasn't calibrated.
Exactly.
No, it was
calibrated. I remember that now.
It was good.
Dude, I didn't remember that. I did not remember that. I remember it now. It's like, what?
Yeah, I remember little wires, like they were just looped and you like cut them. It's like, oh, you got a 4-cylinder? Cut these 2 wires. Or if you had 6 or 8. So
yeah, I remember that. Damn, man, those were good times. Those were the days when AutoZone used to get broken into a lot and they used to get robbed.
Baby.
Not anymore. That AutoZone is a shadow of its former self. AutoZone used to be the shit. Not anymore.
Yeah, no. Nope.
But anyways, going back to the story, what ended up happening after you got fired?
I was off for a little bit. I was off for 3 years, I want to say.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you were disabled pretty much.
I had so I still have like back problems and shit. Like whenever I wake up, I can't walk. Like I limp, and then I gotta get in the shower and stretch like every morning before I do anything. Like even if I'm running late for work, I gotta get in the shower and stretch. And then like once I loosen up, then I'm all right. But yeah, so after that, after all that went through, I got a job at Detroit. No.
I did.
Dude, I got a job cleaning planes. Like I started all over, dude.
No shit.
Yeah, so I was cleaning planes for Ford and GM for this one place, and then I got into the automotive industry again as an apprentice at the body shop. And so I was doing that for like a year and a half. I was getting there, then COVID fucked me up. COVID pretty much like killed the the body shops. And so they didn't need an apprentice. So I'm like, all right, well shit. I don't really have anything to do. So they transferred me over to the dealership. And I've been wrenching on cars ever since.
But where do you work now?
LaFontaine Hyundai. Livonia.
Fucking LaFontaine.
Mm-hmm.
That son of a bitch. That guy is rich as fuck.
Yeah, he's got like 50 dealerships.
He's got LaFontaine Toyota, LaFontaine Volkswagen, LaFontaine Chevrolet.
Oh, that's the guy's name?
Damn.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I was like, there's a lot of LaFontaines out here.
I don't remember his first name. I think his first name is Jeff LaFontaine or something. But I know LaFontaine is the last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. No, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a technician.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah. Well, I hope none of the.
Was it Honda or is it Kia, the one with the USB problems with the fucking you can start?
Both.
Oh, they're
Hyundai's. Actually, not both. Yeah.
So they were starting them up with USB ports and shit.
Yeah.
So from what I remember, I listened to a video not too long ago, and the little bit that I remember was when all this shit was going on with Hyundais and Kias or whatever, all you needed was a USB, and you needed to know where to go. So you could go online, and now I don't know if this is accurate or not, but you would download you would flash this program to this USB. The hard part was getting into the car. No, that wasn't the case?
Nope.
Okay. So explain to us, the dumbasses, how that shit worked.
The only reason you needed a USB or you didn't need a USB. You just needed the USB slipped over where the ignition went. That's the only reason why they said you can take it with a USB. But you can take it with pliers or anything. But people were just like, "Oh yeah, USB," you know, like that was whatever guy like was online showing that. He's just like, "Yeah, look at that. You can take it with this." So that's all I'm saying on this.
So was it? So what kind of like cylinder did it have? Did it have like a key, or is it just like one of them push button ones?
No, that's what I was gonna ask. Push buttons, you can't do it with that.
No, but I'm saying like, you know how they like so like some Jeep Wranglers, not Wranglers, like I think the Jeep I've seen it on the
well, they have that that little fake square knob that you put your key fob into.
No, not that.
Yeah, and then you just turn
a regular key. Regular key.
That's so they were putting a USB.
They were taking that part out. They were taking the key part out.
Oh,
yeah,
I
they were
see.
taking the key part out. And
I see.
So pretty much,
they would break the switch, and then in the inside where you would put a screwdriver normally to turn
a little slot.
They would just put okay.
There's a little slot that sticks out.
I get it.
Oh, okay. I
That's all it was. That's all it was.
Oh damn! I was over here thinking like, oh damn, anybody with a fucking USB just plugging shit up. Like
that's why it's like a bunch of little kids doing it. It's like young teenagers doing it because they're just like, oh yeah, let's have fun. It's not people that are actually trying to like.
Oh man, if I had a Honda and some kids stole my shit, I'd be like, let's have fun.
It's literally just joyriding. That's all they do. It's just joyride, fuck up the car, and leave it.
One thing that I see on your Snapchat all the time that I see you fix is that little plastic thing on the fucking steering column. Why is there a fucking plastic in the steering column? A little fucking gear set, little thing like this.
It's rubber.
It's rubber.
It's rubber, yeah. It's
why is there rubber in the steering?
Because you have, so it's a motor-driven power steering, and there's a.
So electrical? Is it electric?
Yeah, it's all electric.
Okay.
So like you have like these gears on the top, and then you have the little motor on the top. They both have gears.
Okay.
But they put that little rubber thing in so it can add cushion. It's a bushing.
It's a bushing.
It's like a bushing, pretty much.
So if that bushing ever goes out, will you fucking lose steering?
No, you don't lose steering, but it'll clack. You'll hear like clack, 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 clack. Like when you go left or right, or when you go over bumps. Yeah, you can hear it like hitting.
Okay, I was like, damn, like why am I gonna fucking get this turn at fucking 80 miles an hour and this plastic just snaps?
Yeah, no.
You know that sound sounded familiar. That clack clack. Mm-hmm. So that's when my balls are banging into like booty cheeks. I heard that sound somewhere. It's like clack clack, one after the other. First the long one, then the short one. Clack 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 clack.
Well, you might need to see some that noise, bro.
Shit. No shit.
Dude, one of my boys used to, this is when we all used to wear just like basketball shorts everywhere. And he was like, hey, look at this. He spread his legs and just fucking like that. All you hear is his fucking balls slapping his ass. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, that gives me an idea, Alexander. Thank you for that idea. I'm gonna wear the thinnest basketball shorts that I wear when I go to sleep sometimes, because sometimes I sleep butt ass naked, and that's really good. Mm-hmm. It's good, it's healthy to sleep butt ass naked. But you know, farts come out very clean when you sleep butt ass naked. You know,
no filter.
It's like no obstruction, no filter. No,
that's what
you hear it. It's like HD audio. It's a beautiful thing. But anyways, I am going to wear the thinnest and the shortest shorts I have. So that we're and it's gonna be July. It's gonna be hot and muggy. And when it's hot and muggy, my balls hang. And let me tell you, bro, I am going to be in this studio. We're gonna be recording, and every once in a while, I'm gonna show off one of my nuts while we're just recording on the pod, just to see you guys' reaction.
He's gonna move his chair, get stuck on it,
stuck on the rug. He's gonna come in here with the fucking Bruce Jenner shorts.
Going back to what we were talking about, Mr. Alexander. So you currently work for LaFontaine. That's good, man.
Yeah.
What are the chances? I don't think this is gonna happen because I love the good old state of Texas. And now that I'm moved, I'm right now where I live right now, it's like city, but where I just moved to, it's like the countryside. So I'm expecting a couple rattlesnakes and, you know, couple scorpions and things like that. I like it out there. It's nice and quiet. I like quiet. But basically, if I were to move back to Michigan, which I highly doubt, I don't think that's ever going to happen. What are the chances of you getting me a job at La Fontaine as a technician?
Pretty high. Cause I got
really.
Yeah. Well, as long as you got like your certs and stuff. Like that's
I don't
pretty
have
much
shit.
That's pretty much all they.
My underwear.
So hold on. So does Texas have actual like mechanic certs? Because I hear a couple states
I don't know.
Like a couple states don't have like you don't have to
be certified.
Yeah, you don't have to be state certified.
Okay.
To like work on cars,
but you have to be like
ASE or something.
When we ran our fucking shop, no way was certified.
You need to be certified to work as a technician at a dealership here in Texas.
See how Pixel does. Let's see how Pixel.
Not legally required to work as an auto technician in Texas, ASE certification and other certifications are highly recommended and often expected by dealerships. Many employers prefer or require technicians to be certified to demonstrate their skills and knowledge. Well, guess what? I have skills and knowledge, and I don't need that shit.
Yeah, because
I have my own. I have a podcast.
Secretary of State came out and fucked me one day because I did a shifter on like a Genesis or something, and I didn't have my transfer, and they're like, oh, it's connected to the transmission, so technically you're not supposed to touch this. So bosses kind of went back and forth. And they're like, hey, you need to have your transfer before you touch a transmission. So I had to get it.
Yeah.
So if
you're up to date, you got all your stuff?
I don't have everything, but I have everything that I need to. Like, I don't have my manual one, like manual trans, but I don't really do a lot of manual trans there.
Well, that's all you need. You said it yourself, and that's the bottom line, because Alexander said so.
Yeah. I think I have like 5 out of 8, maybe? Something like that. I think it's 8.
Nice.
Yeah,
I used to have the ASE. I used to have the ASE manual, the number 9, I think it was, for braking systems, the little small book. And I read like 2 pages and I said, fuck that. I threw it in a box. And then like 5 years later, I found it. I put it up on eBay and sold it for $10.
Oh, no shit.
So I never got to read it. Yeah.
I mean, O'Reilly says I was ASE certified.
O'Reilly's what?
O'Reilly said I was ASE certified. but your cousin works there. Both your cousins work there.
Oh, shit. Man, Alex, when you were working at O'Reilly, that's when everybody was working at O'Reilly.
Yeah, everybody in the hood was working at O'Reilly's.
God, if you weren't, so I know some guys from the hood that were at AutoZone, but when you guys started coming into O'Reilly, god damn, did things change? Holy shit, man, that was a squad. Fucking the twins were there. I remember the twins. Do you remember Ruth?
Yeah,
I think she's still
I know Ruth. She quit.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, they broke in and they had her at gunpoint. She was like, "Fuck this shit."
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah.
She's like, "I'm done."
Yeah,
I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't protect their employees.
I heard about that too.
No, they don't.
It's like,
I'm surprised your cousin's still there. What's her name? Jetty.
Oh shit, they've been there for a minute.
Yeah.
I think Nettie's a manager.
Hey, speaking of whom, how is your sister doing?
She's good. She still lives in the same house over there.
Hi, Jenny. Are you single, Jenny? I'm going to be in town in July, Jenny. You want to get a cup of coffee?
Stupid.
And then maybe we could crash at Alexander's place. I'm sure he'll work something out for us. Anyway, before that gets a little too awkward,
He's like talking to himself.
I'm just making shit up as I go.
No, you're
I'm just fucking around. Hi, Jenny. I haven't seen you in a long ass time.
I haven't seen Jenny in a while either. I saw her for her baby's birthday. That was the first time I seen her in a while.
Mm-hmm. For my kid's birthday.
What's up with Eddie?
Eddie,
that fucker still around?
Yeah,
the one that
still,
with Jenny.
Oh, he's not with Jenny anymore.
No, he's not. I know. That's what I don't know who told me. Alex, you told me that? I don't know. Somebody told me.
But I haven't talked to him in a little while.
But is he still around?
Yeah, from what I know, he's doing pretty good. I think he lives in
Okay.
around Taylor area. Something
I
like
haven't
that.
seen him in fucking oof. It's been
Maybe,
a
right?
long time. There's a lot of people I haven't seen in a long ass time, man. And you know what though? That's kind of good, and it's kind of like it's bad. It kind of sucks because we were all together back back then, and but it's kind of good too because some people aren't good influences, and me being a Christian man of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I'm a
Of
good
the
man.
Don't let it Jesus ass.
I don't,
He sound like carpet.
I don't need any bad influences in my life.
Shit. Like he didn't seem to realize he was the bad influence to everybody else.
That's funny.
You fuckers are not good for me. Like,
Right?
The one.
Right.
All right. Well, next up, we're done with Alexander, and we're gonna jump on to another story.
Oh yeah, I gotta say something though. I want to shout out to my boy.
Go.
Shout out to my boy Jordan. We attended our
Jordan,
first.
what's
attended
up, nigga? What's good, Jordan? What's good?
This guy. We attended our first import face off, or what is it?
What?
What was it? Import face off. At the track, we went to. Yeah, he did his first bracket racing, 11.5, an RSX, and he made it to the finals.
Nice.
Yeah, he bust though. Fucking did a 10.8. I was like, dude, like, you should have let off. But he was trying to catch a hatch, so the hatch took off fucking like a bat out of hell out of the fucking launch. It was a H22 nitrous.
So he was too fast.
He was too fast. He lost.
Yeah, because of the bracket.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So how fast is it?
11.5.
No, how fast is his car?
His car? Oh, this is his personal best, 10.8.
And I bet you money I show up.
10-second car.
And I bet you money, Jordan. Listen to me, Jordan. I bet you money that if we line up on Michigan Avenue in Livernois, from there to Martin Street at that light, and I show up with a rented Chevy Bolt electric EV, I'll smoke your shit. I bet you money on that.
Hey,
how much you want to bet, Jordan?
Hey,
I don't know you, Jordan. I'm just fucking with you, bro.
I remember.
Like, he'll do it too. He was like, "Hey, you want to talk shit? Let's go for it."
Hey, Willow, what car were you driving when you shifted from first to second?
No, it wasn't that. You're talking about the freeway incident where I blew up the motor and I revved it to like 10,000 RPM? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. So here's the story.
Oh shit.
I was in a 91 Aztec Red SER again because I love those SERs. That was my jam.
I remember the blue
and we got onto I-94 and we were going to French. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's hauling ass, and I'm like, I ain't getting there last. So my car, fortunately enough, was a very quick car. And I got it to about 130, 135. I was way ahead. I was gone. Like everybody else was still in the back. And I remember I was going to miss the exit because I was going so goddamn fast. So my shifter, my bushings were real worn out. And like it was like it felt like a Mazda shifter, like an Escort or like a Mazda Protege shifter. You know how those shifters are like really shit?
Yeah, the ones
and like
they're not
yeah, they're loose. So here I am. Here I am going from fifth gear, going at like 120 now because I'm hitting my brake to go to fourth, and I went to second. And here I am I let go of the clutch, and the engine was like, what? And I was like, whoa, shit. I pressed the clutch pedal, and I hit my brake, and I was like the wheels got stuck, and I'm fucking trying to get to my exit, on French Road. And as soon as I did that, I knew I fucked up. And surely enough, the engine was idling. It was idling funny because I kept my clutch pressed. I was just braking really hard to try to slow down enough so I can get on the ramp. Sure enough, I got on the ramp. There was a gas station. I think it was a Citgo. There was a gas station right around the corner there. And as soon as I revved it a little bit, clack, 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 I was like, you motherfucker. So I over revved it and I spun the fucking rod bearings. And I remember when we were at that gas station, that one white boy that used to hang out with us says some stupid shit. I swear to God, I wanted to beat his fucking face in.
He used to work with us at well, now us,
I don't know his name.
He worked at I think it was Nathan. Yeah,
Nathan,
the
that
Ford Fusion
bitch motherfucker.
Yeah,
with the Ford Fusion
at the Stanley Steam.
Yeah, like a 06, 07 Fusion.
Oh, was that like the boss's son or something?
Yeah, the boss's son.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Well, what's his name again?
I think Nathan? It was Nathan. Yeah.
Nathan. You can still suck this dick, you bitch motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's what happened, man. And I never forget that shit, man. I ended up selling that car for $1,800 to a guy in Pontiac. He came and picked it up. I was gonna put a JDM SR.
That's not bad.
Yeah, with a blow motor. Well, back then, man, I know how to make my deals, man. I got my ass handed on some of them, but that one was a good deal. But yeah, man, we have stories for days with cars, man. We did a lot of stupid shit when we were. Remember the missing side skirt? You lost your side skirt somewhere. I think on French. I think it was.
It was on the flood.
Oh fuck yeah!
It was on the flood.
Yeah, something.
I was
like
so
that.
pissed because like you can see the dent on the inside now. I was like, fuck.
Dude, did you ever find that side skirt? Because I don't think you ever did.
No, I didn't.
No, I don't think you did.
That was the missing side skirt.
I was trying to buy the SBT side skirts after that. Right. I was like, shit.
The whole body
they weren't the same? I thought they were the same. They weren't?
The SBT ones were like a little more flared and like longer. Or something.
Okay.
It looked a little more sleek. But if you don't have the front and the back bumpers, they look stupid. I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah, because they kind of like stuck out.
Yeah. Like, so
man, I remember that car. Another car I remember was that RX-7 that you had that you just kept buying spark plugs for because you couldn't get it running right.
No, we got it running right, and I think it was Giselle.
I think so too.
I think it was Giselle that got it running right.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Plugs. I know it was a slave cylinder to get it running, and then after that, I think it was like coils or like wires or something like that.
I remember
what model RX-7 was that? That was it was a GEU, right?
It was a second gen. 87.
Yeah. It was a second gen. Yeah, but it was an S4, but the trim on that car, I remember it was a special trim. It wasn't a GLS or it was I think it was a G something U. I didn't know it at the time.
I don't remember.
But I remember years later, I found out that was a special model. I was like, "Fuck! This guy had a special car."
That shit caught fire. That shit caught fire one time.
I fucked that up.
It caught fire?
No.
One time it did.
Did it catch fire?
Yeah, like we went to go start it, and I think it dumped a lot of fuel. And it was like, well, boom! I was like, "Oh shit!"
I think that's when we realized the wires were fucked.
Probably, yeah.
That shit sparked.
I didn't know shit about fucking rotary. I was like, how the fuck does it fall out of fire?
But yeah, so I bought that car for, was it $800 or $900?
Sometimes.
I bought it for like $800 or $900 from this one guy that said, it doesn't run and this and that. And it just needed that. And then my dumbass, it needed tires. The rear diff mount or whatever, like every time I shifted, you can hear it clunk and the car jerked. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save money to do this. And then I remember I was talking to you guys, and you said that I can get
those were good times.
The front end, like the whole front end, for like with like a 3 rotor or some shit like that. It was some weird shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That was probably me.
Yeah, like the turbo part. You're like, yeah, you can get the whole
Yeah,
this
yeah.
and that. So I was
The whole
saving
clip,
money,
yeah.
saving money for that, and I ended up crashing it.
Yeah,
You crashed it?
I crashed it. I
You-
fucking hit.
How?
It was so. Remember, the tires were fucking slick as shit. I was coming back from lunch. This is when I was working at AJM Packaging
I was gonna say AJM.
for like $7 an hour.
Probably
Shit
yeah,
like that.
like fucking minimum
stupid
wage.
shit. 7.15.
I worked there too.
It was 7.15.
You
That
worked
was
there
a
too?
piece of shit.
Piece of fucking
Yeah.
shit.
No,
Fuck you, AJM. They fired me. They fired me because my grandmother was gonna pass away, and I said I need a day off because my grandmother's about to die. And they said, "Fuck you! If you don't come in, you lose your job." And I was like, you know what? Then I lose my job. Fuck you guys. You guys can suck a dick. And I left because I was killing it working there, bro. I was busting my ass for $7.15. So fuck you, AJM.
It was a sweatshop. Literally.
Oh my god!
That's
You know
just
what I
still
used to
running,
do?
too.
You know
Still
what I
running,
used to do? Listen, I used to take deodorant and I used to rub it in between my thighs, bro. Listen, I swear to God, bro. Listen, because I would shave, man. I would shave one fucking shift, and my skin is bare fucking burnt, bro. And the next day it's painful, bro. I kept like pulling up my drawers and shit so that my thighs don't rub together. So I said, fuck it, I gotta find something. If it works for the pit, it has to work for down there. So I would put that shit down there, bro. Not a good idea, man. Don't ever try that shit. Don't ever try that shit, people. Don't put deodorant underneath your ball sack, please. Don't do it. It's not a good idea.
It's like when they say fucking use fucking powder, you fucking make a cake down there. It's like,
oh
shit.
man, it's fucking bad. It's just better to wear undersized underwear so that it fits tight in between your thighs. That's the best way of just going about it.
Dude, chafing fucking sucks so much.
Chafing fucking sucks.
Because I remember
Listen,
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Listen, the other day I was at work because I am the greatest. Now I want you to edit this part, Alex, and I want you to zoom into me and like as I'm saying this, it zooms in bigger and bigger and bigger until I stop talking. The best, or no, not the best. I'll say the best. The best Amazonian in the world. That's me. But anyways, fucking the other day, bro, I don't know what it is, but my fucking like this right here, bro, this right here, shaved, bro. From all the moving I was sweating. I get home, I'm like, what the fuck? I look, fucking, you can see the skin burnt. I'm like,
it's a side boob, bro. It's that side boob.
I've never have I had that shit happen, bro. And then like 2 weeks later, a fucking pimple grows out of that same spot. Man, that shit sucks ass. You ever had a pimple on your booty cheek? Tell you what, make it worse. You ever had a pimple on your belt waist? Like the waist part where your belt attaches to your pants?
No.
Bro. Oh.
Right
man, I don't know if I don't know if this is grown man problems.
What the fuck? Like right where you bend? That's
it's very annoying, man. I don't know if this is old man grown problems, but sure fucking happens. Let me tell you. But anyways, what were we talking about before we got all sidetracked and shit? Alex, man. Alex, you're a great guest.
Yeah. So look, I was coming back from lunch. It's always lunch. I'm always eating something.
Oh, yeah.
So if you remember, I'm coming from. So AJM is not too far from Livernois and Vernon. They had the Burger King there. So I went down there.
It's not there anymore?
They have.
No, they have. It's still
they have, yeah.
Okay.
So it was over there. It was pouring down rain, and so I stopped at the light at the car wash right in front of Lopez Tire, and so I took off, and I hit second. Fucking car slipped right out from under me. I hit the fucking pole hardest fuck
right
to
where fucking Burner and Dix is, right? Right in the middle.
Yeah.
No. So I spun out in the middle of that.
Right.
because it's so wet, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'm already spun out. Let me just take off.
That's what she said.
I took off. I hit second, and it slid out again. And then I went across like Dick's, like right near AJM, across Dick's, and I hit a fucking electrical pole, and the passenger door was like touching the shifter, pretty much. Like that's how fucking bad it folded.
Wow.
And yeah, so that was the end of that car, which was fucked up because I had bought. I think me and Giselle went half on 2 RX-7s.
Okay.
Or on 1 RX-7. I was gonna take the interior, and he was gonna take the engine.
Okay.
But the engine was fucked because that guy that we bought it off of was a fucking asshole. So he ended up getting fucked on that deal. Yeah. But
which I'm pretty sure Giselle still has that engine in his garage.
For real, I think he just showed me
that's
a
sure.
He showed. I think he has it at work too.
Yeah, it was.
That guy's a fucking rotary hoarder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why we went to him to fix the fucking thing in the first place.
Yeah.
And yeah, like,
I laugh at that shit, but he's smart for hoarding that shit. I should have hoarded a lot of shit from back then.
Dude, I went to go buy another RX-7 at the auction, and I was pissed off at the fucking dealer, the guy. He's like, no, this car's a classic, and this is 20-something years old. The price went up. I'm like, oh, fuck you guys. Like, I think it ended up selling for like $6 or $7 grand or something like that.
That's right.
But I only had like 3 at the time. Damn. So then I bought the fucking Contour. I think that was when I bought the Contour for like $2,800 or something. 2,200.
Remember that time? Yeah. Remember that time you got into an accident? This guy, he's the fucking accident man right here. Remember that time you got into a crash with the Lopez Tire guys? They had a truck. We were going to the Burger King on Burner.
That wasn't the Lopez Tires guys. They were on.
I mean, no.
Right?
The Romo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were just talking about that too.
Guys. Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
The Pro?
I remember I was getting heated that night. I remember they were trying to fuck you over or something. And I was like, what? Who? The what?
Was it you?
Like, what's up? Yeah,
was
I think it was.
That was like, hey, he don't have like all like full coverage insurance. You guys don't have papers.
Yeah.
So let's call it a wash.
Call it a wash.
Yeah. I was trying to save your ass, bro, because they're gonna fuck you over.
Yeah. Like they brought a
tow
truck,
that shit happening.
And there was they had like a little
truck,
dent in the front bumper. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, your car was way worse.
Yeah, it was fucked. Like the radiator was touching the whole fucking engine. It was all bad. Which was
I remember that.
I bought it for $950. That was with the Ford Probe that I had. I bought it for $950, and I parted it out. And I got like $900 back, so I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm good with that.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, man. I remember with that probe, it was the first probe that we kind of like tinkered with. Like we messed with cars, and we were like, Alexander was like, "Yeah, I gotta do a tune-up." I was like, "We can do a tune-up." Fucking little did we know, we did the fucking we unplugged shit. Fucking did the spark plugs. Did the spark plugs the other side. Fucking car turned off like, and then the thing is that I had to see your mom. Like that's what really killed me. That your mom was like, "Pero qué pasó? Estaba cogiendo." I was like, yeah, I was like, fuck. And you know what it was? Fucking, we forgot to connect the fucking the damn fucking.
I forgot all about what we did.
The intake tube. What is it called? Not the map sensor, the other one. The
mass airflow.
The mass airflow. We forgot to connect the mass airflow. The plug was just there, and the
Alex,
fucking car was.
Bro. Oh yeah, you did disappear.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's because of that phone.
Phone call.
Sorry.
Fuck that phone call.
There you go.
There we go.
We forgot the mass airflow sensor was just thrown there, like the plug, and it was down for like weeks. Weeks. Yeah. I was like, damn, we were trying to figure out the last time we plugged it in was I was like, damn.
That's the worst. That happened to me too a few times when I was starting out. Yeah. When I was a wee old youngin', fucking.
You worked on Warren, right?
Yeah, he worked at Bopas.
I did. I was I started out changing tires, and I ended up being the lead mechanic there. I remember I worked there for 5 years, and I was stuck for out of those 5 years, about 3.5 years, I was stuck in bay number 2, just doing engines and transmissions because these fucking incompetent pieces of shit that were there at the time couldn't fucking do it. So the man had to step up to fucking do motors and tranny swaps. And then this is when things got real cool towards the end of it. Things weren't cool between the owner and I. We used to argue a lot. We used to, buck heads a lot because I was already like the fucking boss. And I was looking at it like my business. And I know it's not my business, it's his business. But at the time, I was like, I don't like how you do business. I don't think it's right. Because he would buy parts from O'Reilly at discounted, at the discount, and he would ask, how much would it cost for a normal person walking in? How much would it cost them? And he would charge them that instead of and I maybe now that I'm older, I realized that that was okay. It wasn't like it was fucking
the right
people.
way to do it.
That was the right way to do it. But back then, because I've always had this sense of justice, for people. Like I've always been a people person. I like justice. I like the right thing. Like when they were trying to fuck Alexander, I was like, no, listen, he doesn't have insurance, but you don't have papers. So, but I've always been that guy. But we used to go at it a lot. But towards the end of that chapter in my life, Eli the owner ended up trading a Cadillac, a DTS Cadillac with the North Star V8 that needed head gaskets.
Yeah.
He traded it for a 1983 Corolla liftback. And it was the cool one that had all the little windows on the side, and it kind of looked funky because it wasn't like a fastback sports car, but it was like a hatchback, weird, like crossover between a station wagon and a hatch type fastback deal. So it wasn't, because it was an 83, it was a TE model, like the older, like 80 to 82, like the 1.8s. But because it was an 83, it had a 1.6. And they had swapped this was owned by Milo, by the way, Milo, the tow guy. I don't know if you guys know him. He used to live on Martin. But I think he has a white. Yeah, I think he still is. He has a white tow truck with Milo with green on the outside of the letters. Milo. But anyways, he put a silver top 4AGE 20 valve engine in it with a T50 trans, but he couldn't get it wired. So he traded Eli for that car, and I got my hands on it. And I was like, I'm going to make this fucking thing run. The problem was, this is where it got interesting. I had those big barrels of oil. We would keep those around. And one of them we ended up cutting to put like wiring looms from engine swaps and shit that we would do, so that we would burn the rubber off and then like sell the copper. I ended up taking all of that wire that was in those fucking things to make the wiring harness for that 4AGE. The problem was silver tops had a mass airflow sensor. Black tops had a map sensor. So the wiring was different because it was a silver top engine with no wiring harness and a black top ECU. So what the fuck do you do there? Man, I spent 6 months drawing out the pins for each plug on that harness and wiring it on a notebook to each sensor. I ended up finding out what voltage they ran on, 3.3 volts, 12 volts, 5.0 volts, or whatever. And I figured it out. And after 6 months unlocked it, I started putting everything together, bam, 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 bam. I remember I fucked up one sensor to where when I turned the engine on, it was blowing fire out of the throttle bodies. So I was like, fuck, what did I do here? So I spent another month trying to figure that out. And when I did, oh boy, that thing ran and it purred like a kitten. That engine, man. Now, this is what sucks. I never got to drive that car. That's when I left the shop. And at the time, Eli had traded, he had I forgot what car he had, but he traded a car for a Mark II Celica Supra, like the ones that I used to have. Remember those? Do you guys remember those?
Yeah.
We used to go down burner and shit.
The bubble one. The Celica.
The old school Celica Supra with the
pop-up.
pop-up.
Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Okay, so he traded one from a friend of mine on exceedspeed.com. You guys remember
shit,
that?
I remember that.
Remember that forum? That was the shit.
There's a lot of scams going on there.
Man, that was fun though. It was fun time.
Weren't they?
I'm not saying no.
Weren't they getting the cars? They were looking at the cars and then coming back and stealing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And some people that I know that I'm not going to mention on here for obvious reasons made a ton of money. They actually started businesses with that money. They were very smart.
Yeah.
And some of them still have that business today. So they did right.
Yeah.
But he ended up trading for a V8. It was a Lexus V8, the V8 that was in the Lexus LS400 in a Celica Supra. And I was supposed to work on that. And I had bought, you guys remember Tito? Toyota Tito? He went to school with me. You guys probably don't know him. Shout out to Tito.
Melendez?
He ended up, huh?
Big guy?
Yeah, big guy. Yeah, with the beard.
I know Tito, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Fuck it, he's a beautiful specimen of a man. That guy.
Everybody call him Pizza Face.
That guy. Beautiful specimen of a human being, by the way. I ended up buying, I think, a Mark III Turbo Supra off of him with a bed head gasket, and I was gonna swap that motor into my second gen Celica Supra, and that never happened. And man, I ended up leaving that place so frustrated because I had so many projects. But that for me was like the decline when it started declining for me in the car game. I'm still a car guy, but I'm nothing what I used to be. Like, if I drive a lower car, it better be comfortable, bro. Because if it's fucking harsh, I'm not driving that fucking thing. It's not me anymore. You know,
I can't drive cars anymore.
Luckily, I got pretty good suspension on mine. It's lowered, but it's still soft.
So my Yaris, I'm planning on lowering it, and I plan on spending the coin to lower that bitch. But because it's gonna be comfortable, and I want to put some white wheels on it. I want to put a nice exhaust on it. I want to feel like a kid again, you know. I want to go back to those days. But part of that puzzle has to be that fucking phase tech. I gotta find one. I need one.
I don't have a phase one, but I have I think it's like a 4-inch one. It's old school.
No. It has to be a phase.
It's carbon fiber. It's just
it has to be a phase tack. It has to be a white phase tack. Now they had two models. They had the thick boy and they had the slim one. Yeah. They were both 5 inches.
No, you want that big boy. The one that fucking you had.
It's not about the size.
Yeah.
No, you want the girth. You want the girth.
Anyways, we're running long in the tooth. Alex, what do you have for us? Are you gonna pay that track, or is that not gonna happen today?
For sure, yeah, we can do it.
Let's jump right into that, guys, because we're gonna be here for 3 hours.
Hey, so you guys ready for this shit?
All right. So for those of you who don't know, let me give you guys a little quick story. I was in the rap game. I've always been in the hip hop. I'm always gonna be in the hip hop. I'm a hip hop head. I remember the 4 elements of hip hop. I'm deep rooted in hip hop. My mixtape was all fucking rap. I didn't have not one fucking reggaeton song because reggaeton is for people that like reggaeton. I'm not gonna say anymore. But anyways, I don't want to offend anybody with that shit. But anyways, back in the days, I was part of a group called Black Royal, and I wasn't into the reggae. We had beef with reggaetoneros, and I was friends with a guy named Christian, whose name is now, well, then was Temperamento, who's now is Christian. But we had a few songs together. We collaborated. We did some stuff. We talked on the phone a few times. It was a cool time. But anyways, I had a mixtape that so after 16 years, it never released. My DJ kept it for a lot of reasons that I'm not going to go into right now. But after this many, many years, he found it in an old computer in his garage. He decided to give it to me. I got my hands on it, Not all the tracks are there because there were more tracks. It was like 25. Right now there's like 19. But I'm happy with what I got. I'm going to be working that mixtape. It was one of 3 mixtapes that I was going to do, and they were all titled with mental, what do you call it? Mental enfermedades mentales, like mental, not disease, mental illness. So the first one was el rapero bipolar, the bipolar rapper. The second one was supposed to be el rapero esquizofrénico, the schizophrenic rapper. And the third one was supposed to be el rapero con demencia, the dementia rapper or something, whatever you call it. But the second and third albums never came out. I had some songs written. I recorded a few. They never came out. But anyways, that being said, I'm working on it. It's going to be on YouTube maybe within the next few months because I'm working on some details and stuff. There's some songs that I have to edit out because there's a diss track where 2 of the people that I dissed are no longer alive, and out of respect to their families, I don't want to mention any names. But there's also songs that shouldn't be there because I'm just flat out fucking nuts. But all right, Alex. Play the footage. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I hear it.
Pesadilla. Yo, guess who's back? It's the crazy fucking Puerto Rican with the little nutsack. Y lo tengo tan chiquito, no me lo pueden chupar. Yo te apuesto 5 pesos que no lo vas a encontrar. Loco como un fucking tic-tac, blanco bien chiquito, macho loco, y eso ves cuando está bien paradito. Grito, mijo, yo no tengo ni pelo en la cara y soy tan ridículo que ya ni se me fucking para. Mientras ustedes rompen culo, ven tarima, yo me escondo en mi casa porque nunca voy pa' encima. Y si tocan la puerta de casa, yo me tiro al piso. Soy un fucking 4 ojos, soy histeri y sin hijo. Y te digo que si tú me tiras, me desaparezco. Yo soy un estúpido, por eso yo no me interesco. Y por eso yo brego con solo pistolas de agua. Las que escupen plomo matan y me meo las en agua. Yo siempre estoy cogiendo bien cagado con fucking miedo. Si tú me vas a jompear, te juro que yo fucking vuelo. Yo me pierdo cuando corro, hasta me salgo de las medias. Y para mi cobardía no tengo ni una remedia. Hago pium como un cobete directito para el Bayman. ¿Te imaginas que le tengo miedo hasta Pee Wee Herman? Mis rimas son bien baratas, de esas locas que son chippy como un hippie bien viejo, barrebatosas como creepy. Yo en verdad soy un blanquito gringo de esos que son finos. A mí me gusta el rock and roll, el jazz y hasta Dan Marino. Yo me rasco los huevitos cuando veo televisión y sueño con un día en estar en Univisión. A mí me gustan las flores y no me gusta la violencia, pero eso es cuando yo veo el canal de ciencia. Mientras tanto sigo crazy and not giving a fuck, como un fucking puck, así que loco, yes, you better duck. Soy medio puerquito, me como los mocos todavía, y cuando me cago verdeo me lo vuelo a Ave María. Si tú me confrontas, loco, me cago los calzoncillos. Una senda de chille goma que apestan a zorrillo. Me baño una vez al mes, solamente más nada. Cada sábado del mes y no me pienso dar más. Así que loco, calma, que pesadillo es suicidal y sufro de asma siempre que voy a rapear. En la noche me da miedo cuando yo duermo solito. So me voy con mami, papi y se me para el huevito. No puedo estar juntito ni a mi prima ni a mi tía, porque le agarro las tetas y le huelo la colilla. Soy un fucking fresco enfermo, me fascinan las gorditas. Mejor dicho, las gordotas de esas grandes bien machistas. Pero yo soy un altita, so se vienen with me. Come here you fat fucking puta, better suck my weed. F-U-C-K-Y-O-U, así me digo todas las mañanas, nigga, fuck you. Soy una persona buena, pero a veces yo soy malo. Yo soy fucking bipolar, my nigga, yo te hablo claro. Yo soy medio retardado, cogí clases especiales. Yo tengo astigmatism y problemas mentales. Cojo welfare y cupones, pero no Medicaid. Cause I told the fucking nurse, ven acá, let's get laid. So ahora que tú piensas, verdad que yo sí estoy loco, especialmente cuando yo rimo me patina el coco. Hacen la mano todos los que me quieren tirar ahora. Dale, tírame si quieres, porque yo sé que me enzorra. ¿Cómo me van a tocar si yo mismo me hago daño? Y cuando me encojono las fucking gafas yo las empaño. Pesadilla, el más loco en esta región completa. Foco, chutis, niggas, vamos a jugar la ruleta. Yo, esta es Pesadilla y yo apruebo este mensaje. You honestly think I give a fuck? You think I give a fuck? Mira, si yo me tiro hasta yo mismo, es que no va a ser alguien por ahí. You think you can fuck with me? Chacho loco, yo no quedo en vergüenza, cause I don't give a fuck. You gotta understand that, entiende. Pesadilla.
All right, gentlemen. Any thoughts on that?
I gotta listen to that again because my headphones kept cutting out for some reason.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, listen. You'll listen to it after we're done with the pod. You'll listen in after hours, because I want you to reminisce on the good old days when so that song I remember. I don't know why you were at Alexander. I don't know why you were at the twins' house. I think you were there for something. I don't know what for, but I remember stopping by, picking you up. You sat in my passenger seat. I don't remember what car I was driving. I was probably driving the red Celica that I swapped 3 motors into because the motors kept blowing up on me. And I played you that song. You were the first ears. I popped the cherry of the coochie in your ears with that song. And I remember you were like, yo, this is dope, bro. Like, this shit's dope. Like, I remember you saying that, bro. And I remember I felt like I had done something good with myself and producing such excellence at the time.
So one thing I remember is that I went with you to Angel's house when you were recording one of your songs, and you said something so fucking funny while you were rapping that I busted out laughing and they had to stop. and then like afterward, you try to go and then you kept laughing. And so you're like, Alexander, you gotta fucking go. And I had to go so you could finish the song.
Oh man. I said a lot of dumb shit, man. I guess I still do. You know, now I'm doing this with the pod with Ale, and I still talk a lot of dumb shit, and I call people stupid and bitch and fucks, and you know, I just that's how I am, man. It's just who I am. I don't know. When I'm not in this mode of things, I'm a normal person. Like I'm not at work calling people bitches and stupid and shit. Well, I do say stupid. Like the other day at work, there's a manager. I'm not gonna say his name. I almost did. God damn. He's balding. He's fucking balding. The writing has been on the wall for fucking 20 years. He's probably my age. His hairline is back here, bro.
He's holding on to it.
He's holding on to it. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Shake that shit off already, bro. Like, I swear to God, it looks like his thing is not like it starts in the middle and then it goes back. No. His hairline starts at the side and it goes up in an angle to the back and it comes around the other side. It's like, let that shit go, man. Just shave. I got more hair than you and I shave. So, yeah, man, I guess, you know.
Oh, shit.
That I told another manager he needed balls because we got into it, and I was like, "You don't have the balls, bro, and you need to learn." And I, you know, I don't know why I am the way I am. Sometimes I try not to be. It's just the older I get, the more I mature, I guess. You know, and sometimes I've it's like learning how to hold your piss when you're a baby. When you're a baby, you can't hold it. You just pee. That's why you wear a diaper. You know, sometimes when you're, you know, a teenager, you nut the bed because you don't know how to hold it. You know, you're just sleeping, you're dreaming, you're fucking, and all of a sudden you nut. It's called a wet dream. Which, by the way, show of hands to those who still have wet dreams. The other day, bro, I had a small pillow that was pretty plumpy, and somehow the pillow ended up between my arms like this, and I ended up like putting my knee under it like that, my other knee on top, and I had a dream that I was fucking in bad bitch, like in the back like this, like boom, 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 and I fucking nutted, woke me up, bro. That shit still happens to me. I'm almost 40, and I nutted in a dream. It was a good nut too, man. I was like, oh, shit. What the fuck was that? Yeah, man. So it still happens, you know.
You might want to get that checked out too.
I'm telling you. That's two things already. That's 2 things, bro.
Yeah, I got issues, man. I need to see a doctor. But anyways, Alexander, you have any further things to say here on this pod? Welcome, man. I'm happy you're here, man.
Hell yeah.
You were good. You were a great addition to this, man.
It's been fun. Shoot.
Man, we fucking hour and 40 minutes already.
going down memory lane, man. It's fucking great. Man.
Now I have to get my ass to Walmart to buy some groceries because I have zero to eat. And I work tomorrow, and I gotta install a fucking mailbox and a apartment number, and I was supposed to take some of the shit that I have here with me on my way back, which is not going to happen. I don't know. I'll just come back tomorrow after work. But anyway, I will be doing my next pod at my new place. It might not. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the background. Because okay, here I am in my studio, my current studio, and this is the back wall, and it's like a closet, right? It's just a closet. And over there, my whole apartment is a closet. It's like 10 feet by 10 feet. It's a small little studio. And I'm obviously gonna have more depth in behind me. So I don't know how this is gonna capture the thingy majingy, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. But Alex, anything you want to add to the pod, man, before we leave?
No, man. We talked about a lot of stuff.
This was fun. Good. We need to do this again.
Yeah.
But based on my sources and my secretary here was telling me that we're gonna have that transvestite on the show sometime soon. What was her name? Giselle? Yeah. I'm just fucking with you, Giselle. You know I love you, bro. Yeah, I gotta give you shit. You know, I saw what you did in that video that you sent Alex for me to see. Yeah, don't forget that. Yeah. Which, by the way, Alex, when I go up there, we all have to get together. Please, man. We all have to. This time, I don't fucking care what happens. I will be at your house. I don't care if you're giving birth. I'm going to be at your house.
Okay.
You motherfucker.
All right, bro.
So you're gonna I'm gonna drive my ass over there, and then you're gonna drive me to pick up Alexander, and then we're gonna go see Giselle, and then we're gonna see everybody. I want to see everybody again. Unfortunately, I can't see David because he's in Florida.
Yeah.
But does David watch this?
Oh shit.
Huh?
Does he watch this show? Is he aware that we have a pod?
I think I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Well, what's up, David?
Yeah.
I miss your titties, David.
He's looking
at me when he's talking about somebody else.
Exactly.
I was looking at you, Alexander. You know, you're just a hot, sexy thing. It's hard to, you know, you're very irresistible to me. I don't know what it is. You know, like I see you the same way Trump sees tariffs. So you get my drift.
Let's get out of there. Let's get off of that.
Let's not jump into that
because it'll be another hour and a half. We gotta go.
I know. Fuck that. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Alex, thank you for bringing Alexander.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, for coming.
Oh shit!
You guys can't do what I do.
It's because I am the shit. Hey, look, all this shit that he talks about, that's a Mac thing. That's Apple. He talks so much shit.
I'm trying. Listen, in my defense, I've been trying to do this on the Windows machine, and I can't do it. There's something with the background that Windows doesn't like, and I can't fucking get that background.
I don't know, for some reason, I couldn't get it yesterday. Look at today. When I booted the computer, it just popped up. I couldn't do it yesterday.
I need to boot my computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my boot and I'm going to touch my computer with it. And hopefully that works.
Yeah, do that.
But anyways, Alexander, it was great having you. Thank you for coming along. Yes. I hope this isn't the last time. You know, Alexander, you are the vanilla Jesus of this world. You look like Christ to me right now.
The hair, bro. You got to see the hair.
I adore you.
Okay.
And I love you, and I soon want to suck your tit when I show up in Detroit in July. So
in July,
make sure those milkers are ready to go for me.
Oh, they will be.
And Alex, I'm not gonna say anything to you, Alex. You know what you're gonna get when I come see you.
Fuck yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Ooh, you're gonna get that TikTok blanco y chiquito. Ya está bien paradito. Anyways, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. I hope everyone watching had fun with us. This is a beautiful thing. Love everybody. See you guys on the next one.
All right, later.
Peace.
Later.